Greetings and salutations, humans. Welcome to the channel. This is your host, Putinbot. Today we're going to be doing a guide on Alika. I did a guide on Alika early last year, and my account has changed quite a bit, and the way that I use Alika has changed quite a bit, so I thought this would be a good time to do an updated guide on everyone's favorite bookworm in Raid Shadow Legends. And specifically, I'm going to show you how you can pair her with another champion like Basher or Yumeko to get most effect out of her kit. And I'm going to explain to y'all what I mean by that. First, let me go over the skill set that Alika has. I will then show you all the sets that I have my Alika in. Matter of fact, you can see right now she's in broken sets. I'll show you her stats. I'll show you her skills. I will show you how you can use her to help you just lock down an enemy's skills to give you the biggest possible chance to prevail, whether it's in arena, whether it's in Doom Tower, whether it's in a dungeon. Let's get into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. First, let me show you all total stats on my Alika. She has a 104% crit rate, 201 speed. She has 227% crit damage, so a little bit low, but serviceable. And her crit rate is a little over at 104. Her health is 39,000. Her defense is non-existent. She's an attack-based champion. Her attack, though, is decent at 4,285. Now let's go over her kit. Her passive works if you run her in the same team as Sakara. I've recently pulled Sakara. I do not have her built. I'm planning on building her. I just don't know when that's going to happen. Her A3, Disorient, attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance, books up to 100, of increasing the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 1 turn. I'll go into this in more detail here in just a moment. Her A2, High Value Target, attacks one enemy. Will ignore 50% of the target's defense if their max HP is higher than this champion's HP. I can 100% guarantee you that's almost always going to be the case, especially in dungeons, but in arena, that's going to happen a lot too. Then her A1, Gap Shot, attacks one enemy. Has a 30% chance of placing an extra hit. This hit is always critical. The second part of that sentence is kind of dumb because if you're running Alika, she's going to be crit capped anyway. So why that's in there, I don't know. And then as you can see, that will buff up to 50% of getting the extra hit with books. Now masteries. I run Alika in the arena. Because of that, I have her going down into Helm Smasher. If you are not going to be running Alika in the arena, feel free and take War Master. And with the support tree, I went down to Master Hexer. I have no idea why I took that. To be honest with you, it makes 0 sense because she doesn't place any debuffs. So, whatever. She's all about the offense tree anyway. Now, if I do redo this, Evil Eye is nice. I would probably go down to Lore of Steel and then go down to Spirit Haste. Maybe that's something I'll do one day in the future. But for right now, this is what I've got. It's kind of funny. Master Hexer on Champion doesn't do debuffs. Only on Putinbot's channel, y'all. This is quality content that you all come here to see. And again, let's just go to her artifacts. I've got her in an attack banner, crit damage amulet, an attack ring, speed boots, attack chest, crit damage gauntlets. I like this shield. Look at that triple roll and crit rate. Yes, please. And as you can see, when I was doing my gear prioritization for Alika, I got as much crit rate and attack and crit damage as I could. Specifically on crit rate from the other pieces of gear, so I could go into crit damage gauntlets. You really need to have your Alika and crit damage gauntlet skitter going well. Now, onto the second part of this tandem. It'll be easier just to show you. Go away, Ad. Go away, Ad. So let's just go into Dragon's Lair. I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about. I'm just going to do Dragon's 20. That way it doesn't take all day. So I'm going to use Yumeko in this playthrough. You do not need Yumeko for what I'm about to show you. Basher will work as well. Then we'll use Sky of the Drakes. And go with Ninja for a win condition against the dragon. Guess we'll just use Lydia for defense down. Now, the reason I'm using Lydia instead of Thylesia is because I want to use Yumeko's A2 on the dragon. And now we will go with Alika. Alika's A3 is wonky. And what do I mean by that? I will show you. I'm going to take this off auto so I can explain to you, those of you who have Alika. I've got a lot of messages saying, hey Putinbot, Alika's A3 says it puts enemy skills on cooldown for 1 turn. But the enemy still use their turns, still use their skills. That is correct, and I'm going to show you why. So let's look at Yumeko. Decreases the cooldowns of all ally skills by 3 turns, and increases the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 3 turns. So Yumeko puts their skills on cooldown for 3 turns. You're going to see that here. Here's the thing. When the enemy takes a turn, they get 1 turn of that back. So we're going first. You follow me? Let's just go and do defense down. Now we're going to use Alika. I'm going to use the A3. Now all of the enemy skills have been extended for another turn. So now their skills are depleted for 4 turns. They can't do anything. And also you'll see why I just A1'd with Skyle and with Ninja. The reason is, when an enemy is stunned, like you're seeing here, see we got 1 stun out, that was underwhelming. So that Tyrell, when he takes his turn, he won't get a cooldown back. So that means he's still locked out for 4 turns. The other enemies will be locked out still for 3. That's perfectly fine, because by that time, because I've got Yumeko going so fast, they'll be locked out indefinitely. That's what makes Yumeko so freaking effective with Alika. Basher does it similar. He puts her skills on cooldown for 2 turns. Alika will extend it by 1, so they're on cooldown for 3 turns. Basher's on a 3-turn cooldown. So depending on your speed tune, you can keep the enemy locked out forever. And it's absolutely insane. Now let's just go ahead and throw out a freeze. Now whenever an enemy is frozen, or whenever they're asleep, they don't get the cooldowns back either. It's just A1. And as y'all can see, ladies and gents, Alika slaps. Now, I know a lot of the big boy content creators, they're down on her, they don't like her, they complain about the number of books that she takes. Yeah, it's true, she's a bookworm. But very, very few champions are able to put skills on cooldown. And very few champions are able to do something like this. Just go in and just light someone up for 147k on an A2. Now keep in mind, I am not running an attack down, or I'm not running an attack up on this team. I don't have it. That's just Alika's natural damage. Now right here, second wave, rinse and repeat. And so what's cool about having presets, you can prioritize different skills, so that way you don't have to manual this the whole time. You'll just be able to go in, use your presets, and do whatever. could have actually just done there. Oh well. Oh well. That's what happens whenever you're talking. Just go ahead and freeze. Let's just A1 this apothecary. There we go. We got the double proc. So for 106k, while the enemy is frozen, keep in mind whenever an enemy is frozen, you do less damage. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this fight on auto again, so that way y'all be able to see from beginning to finish, from beginning to end, how a team like this will work. And then I'm going to take us into the arena and show y'all some other good things there. Oh, light coins. Okay, yeah, that's right. There's the Path of Light event started today. I haven't even looked at that yet. Let's take a look in the arena. Oh, sorry, y'all. My dog has decided he's going to come around and say hello to everybody. Say hello, Max. Max, everybody says hello. We'll just take Kanjafon out for a moment, and we'll put in Alika. And we will have her prioritize with her A3. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Arbiter in the lead. We're going to have the attack up. We're going to have Yumeko. She's going to put the enemy skills on cooldown. Madame Ceres for defense down. Whoever Alika does not kill, all they're going to have is their A1s. And we'll do a few fights like this. And the best part about skills being put on cooldown, it's not a debuff. So an immunity set doesn't do anything about it. You can't fix it. It's not a debuff. All you can do is stack enough resistance to resist it. Here we go. Let's take a look here at this team. And I love the fact that Alika is a force-based nuker because there's so many magic champions in the arena. We'll just sit everybody down. How about that? We won't need to worry about the cooldowns. Let's take a look here at this team. I'm going to slow this down. Let's take a look at the carnage here. That's unfortunate. We got feared. Will we win the coin flip? We do not. That's fine. That's fine. See that? Hermdig just got a weak hit on Alika because she's Force Affinity. Let's get some more turn meter going on. I mean, hey, why not? Yumeko's A2. Be able to deflect debuffs that way is just so good. Disorient. Boom. Drop 2 of them. I'm going to speed this up now. Because it is over. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a longer fight. That fear from Madame Ceres is unfortunate. That slowed things up a little bit. But, well, what can you do? We'll beat her to death with our pillows. Let's see if there's another fight here we can do. You want to avoid Spirit Affinity champions if you're using Alika because she has weak affinity against them. This looks fun. Let's try this team. 308,000 power. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Strip the buffs, put them down. And good night. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This video is short, short, sweet, and to the point. I just really want to dive into explain people how Alika's A3 works. Again, just a quick recap. If she's the only person on your team that's putting enemy skills on cooldown, her A3 will not do anything for you unless she goes after the enemy. If she's running slow, she can extend the cooldown on whatever skills it is that they're already running. However, if you're going before the enemy does, her A3 is going to do you damage, but that's it. I hope this cleared up some confusion. If you have Alika, congratulations. She's a great champion. I absolutely love her. She's one of my ride or dies. I run her all the time. Great champ. Just understand her kit. You got to know how she works, or you may be disappointed. This is PutinBot. I will see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.